I am tired. I am tired. Like, I had a whole day. I was cooking food. I did a cookout. And I haven't done it in I haven't done it in a while. But I really wanted to do it. I feel like I could have done it better. But, I have a praise kink, so like everybody was telling me thank you, everything like that. They was or whether the food was to the best of his abilities, or they were just happy that I wanted to do something nice. Like, I'll glory to God. Honestly, honestly, I'm just so ready to take a shower, and I still have to clean up. Like, I did majority of the cleaning. I still have some cleaning to do tomorrow, but I also have things to do tomorrow, and I was just like. I took a moment like to talk about. I'm like, I'm tired. I have so many things to do. Howsoever, I'm blessed. Like, like how some people they like to keep busy so they can like be distracted. Um, a form of escapism. No, it's not even like that. It's like, especially this week, like God continuously. It's not even just week. It's my whole life, but like God continuously like God continuously shows me like how truly favored and blessed I am, and I can't even complain. Like I I scheduled to do this cookout. It did. Oh my gosh, y'all! If I told y'all what I did earlier, bitch, bitch. If I tell y'all what I did earlier, like I don't know. First and foremost, I knew like, oh my gosh, like speaking of escapism, bitch. Like, I don't know where my mind was at earlier today. It's like I was just I really wanted to do something. I saw something that was trending online. So I was gonna replicate it in my own way. So bitch, is that a centipede? That's a centipede, not a millipede. Oh fuck no. Bitch, 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 bitch. Not over my drink, bitch. Let me be pulling my pants up. Like, this nigga, my ex, been in my energy for like a couple of days. So I know he's thinking about me, I'm thinking about him. And I just realized something the other day. I think it was yesterday. I was like, bitch. Like, it was all, yesterday, one thing at a time. Yesterday, my ex, who's a Pisces, like, that. I know I've been speaking about him in the channel messages, but I have to. I never have previously had the opportunity to speak about anything that happened, like while I was dating him. Anything like it was probably like one or two people who knew what the fuck was going on when I previously was dating this nigga. Like I wouldn't say I was scared, but like I just never thought it was like worth speaking about the things I experienced while dating him and knowing him previously. Like so like while I've been talking about him in the channel messages, his energy because he's a Pisces, so he probably just feel me talking about him over like that, and he's getting nostalgic, or he's talking about me, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, it was like all these interesting. I wouldn't really say feelings, but it was. He probably having sex flashbacks, something. I'm just like, no, like not right. I'm just like, why right now? Like, why right now? I feel like, no, we're not going back to the past. Mm-mm. It was just Andrew like it was just Andrew that I was reading by accident, bitch. No pun intended. Like this nigga woke up. Look at, and that's funny because something I said previously. The nigga had woke up and realized like, oh my gosh, let's try this again. No, 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 no. As soon as I started feeling them feelings, I found him on social media and immediately blocked him. I said, I'm never gonna allow you to. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't got time for that. Hi, how are you? you ABC 4900 in the comment section. Why did you write what's his name? Young DC Fly? I don't watch him. He said, "Girl, how are you reading the Bible at 3 o'clock in the morning?" Even if I was like, why are you so concerned? I haven't. I got praise and worship messages I haven't even got to yet. One day at a time. Everything will happen at the right time. Trust me. Anywho's, this week's been interesting. It's like a lot of past energy, bitch. Like, I realize every time, like, because of my upbringing, what I've experienced in regards to spirituality and spiritual work, I instantaneously can always realize when somebody does a sympathy spell. You know, like how people do daily affirmations for themselves. You know how like people do love work and stuff like that. Like, I can instantly know when somebody is privy to doing sympathy spells every time. So like the Scorpio aunt, I was talking about in the previous channel messages, right? Who's the lion with? She always doing some freaking sympathy spell, bitch. And I'm understanding that. And you know, sometimes people don't even be doing sympathy spells. It's like their personality. And if you were if you're, I said predictable is funny. And if you're a specific zodiac sign or prominent placement, it is what it is. Like, you, it's not even a sympathy spell. Sometimes, them people they just like, and don't even get me started. Anywho, I know from my Scorpio aunt that I'm not related to anymore that when she be doing sympathy spells or she in the energy of a sympathy spell or whatever the case may be every time because it's like I always have God will always show me the facts. My cup literally just started shaking, but we're gonna get into why that's significant. Like it literally just started going like this, and I wasn't even touching it. This is my life. Anywho's, every time God will show me straightforward facts about my Scorpio aunt that I'm not related to anymore. This energy will come in previously where it's like God will show me straightforward facts about this bitch not being shit, being a malicious evil person, plotting and all types of shit. But God will show me some straightforward ass shit about this person. Not that I never knew this about. I literally was groomed since adolescent to know like she's a bad person. But I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. Whether it matters for y'all information. So I used to advocate for her until I got older, and then I realized, oh, you really are an ancient ass person. So instantaneously, as soon as I would get like a fact about her being a bad person or doing something malicious or bad or whatever the case would be, instantaneously it'll be like a whole bunch of people who I could have felt wrongly or knowingly or unbeknownst to me previously, like God would just start showing me like what their intentions was, what their plan was, what they're doing now. Their social media will pop up. I'll see them in person. I'll see somebody and reference to them in person. Like it's like, so I could forget about the actual problem who was the I said the previous Scorpio aunt that I'm no longer related to. Every time that was a variation of her sympathy spell. So that shit tried to happen this week. And I'm like, the fuck, no, like, bitch, I'm not, like, no, you're not gonna throw me look, bitch. This, like, so a few years ago, a lot of y'all know that I'm a musician, independent artist at the moment, and make my own music. Go listen to American Handshake Society playlist, ambassador playlist when you get a chance. Anyways, so I told y'all the story in the previous channel message. I think it was Cancer channel message. The previous Cancer zodiac sign channel message. I talked about how I was working with a female videographer and she was very unprofessional, etc., etc., etc. Right. So when I was working with that particular videographer, I told y'all that like I did the treatment. If you don't know what a treatment is, that's when you, before doing a music video, you pick out the location, the scenes, the outfit, what you're gonna wear, what the vibe is, what the mood is, and you articulate it in a, like a PDF form type of scenario. So I did all this research about a particular location and went there and did the music video. All right, why is it significant? That was like a few years ago. Like, let's say that was like 2020, 2021 when I did that music video. After I did my music video, it was very innovative. Um, while balling on the budget, might I add. I think it conveyed this message. Originally, the song was called Neverland, but then I changed it to 90s Land because Michael Jackson tried to come up in the chat, and I was just like, I'm good. Because, like, Michael Jackson, if you're a spiritualist, ask any other spiritualist that can, like, talk to people in the afterlife. Michael Jackson got this eerie, unsolved kind of energy that I'm not fucking with. So I had to change the name because like I don't know if he was trying to contact me. I don't know if he was trying to tell me. So I'm just like, but I wasn't fucking with it because like he got too much shit going on in his like. Maybe he just knew a lot of stuff, or he was affiliated with a lot of stuff that we didn't know about for real. And like it was just too much for me. I was just like, I got life to live. Like this shit, like not on no scary shit. It's just he had too much the fuck going on. Which I talk about in the comment section. In Jesus' name, girl, you look pretty. Thank you. God bless. You asked me what my language is? You said God loves me. Thank you. God bless you. Girl power forever, girl. Forever. Oop. May Jesus. You go to church and revivals. Good for you. I've done that already. Time to evolve. Cousin. They're in the comment section trying to tell somebody to go to somebody else's page. I don't give a fuck. You say whatever you want to say in the comment section. I don't care. You said, was I talking to Michael Jackson? And then you try to tell me I look like Michael Jackson before? Like, you, you're trying to be funny and troll me in the comment section talking about I look like Michael Jackson. I'll take Michael Jackson gifts. Thank you. I'll take Michael Jackson gifts. No Pepsi. Thank you. I see. Like, I'm not surprised, like, at the trolls in the comment section today because I had this, significant, visitor today. So, like, that would just apply. The theme of the trolls in the comment section would just apply where it's coming from. So, thanks for being not obvious. Thanks for being predictable. The enemy is predictable, y'all. And my whole thing is, if my theory, like, my theory is that the people who I be thinking be trolling about certain scenarios don't even be the people trolling. It be another source that is privy to all these people information and birth charts and stuff like that. That's my theory. And then they get on here with the bots and be trolling just to see if they're right about whatever they've been looking up into all these different people. But then the simpler theory is that it actually is the person doing it. But like, if it actually is the person doing it and they have multiple pages, that means that they're paying a third party person servicer for bots to troll, and I can't fathom even think about somebody wanting to troll me to the extent of paying someone to do a service to do bot. Like it's just like I ain't predictable. What can I say? Anywho, and sometimes things just be a coincidences, but a coincidence. But I don't believe in coincidences. I believe everything happens for a reason. So like, God likes to speak to us in so many different ways. So when I see stuff like that, I just be like, all right, noted. I know who's trying to be up in my energy. All right, not all right like I consent, bitch. Like no. Anywho, this week it has been interesting. I saw this like I knew the enemy was projecting some dumb shit when I saw an irrelevant person that like I wasn't even friends with. Like it was like friend of a friend previously. Like somebody I previously used to be friends with was cool with somebody. Let me tell you from my past, right? This not this like a you know how people be like third party energy. Like this nigga is the literal definition of third party energy because like there was no direct contact with this person. I barely spoke to this person. I just knew this person knew somebody that I used to hang out with previously, like years ago, bitch. I'm talking about like maybe over a decade ago. I used to be cool with somebody, and it was like a plus extra one that was friends with somebody that I was used to be cool with. I seen this nigga while I was doing errands the other day. And he, like, I seen from a distance, he did the head nod. I'm just like, oh my gosh, because we seen the pre-sharing message, we talked about the head nod. So I'm just like, had a previous Virgo friend, they used to date a Taurus nigga. So, like, we all used to be cool. I don't talk to people no more for real. Like, well, I don't talk to my previous Virgo female friend, but, like, the Taurus nigga, I don't fuck with him either. But, like, if I see him, I say what's up because he's a hoodlum and I'd rather be on the good side of this hoodlum. Not that I care, just for, you know. So, this third party ass nigga knew the hoodlum nigga. And I don't fuck with the third party nigga. I don't fuck with this plus one extra one nigga that I was never cool with. That I knew somebody I used to be cool with. And I'm gonna tell you why I ain't fuck with him. It was one day. I'm not gonna tell the whole story because we're gonna be here all day, and I really want to hurry up and do this message, but like it doesn't seem like it's going in that direction. But anyways, one day all I'm gonna say is there was a scenario where basically the Taurus nigga I used to be cool with, we used to be like a street team. And he was the leader of the street team. And he had gotten into it with because all right, so we had our headquarters. So we would meet up at the headquarters, bitch, and we went to go meet up at the headquarters one day. Like, bitch, I like this was so many years ago. We didn't even have phones. I'm not that old, like chill. But we didn't have phones. We just used to know we would meet up at the headquarters and everybody would be there. So we went to go meet up at the headquarters when I was previously friends with the Virgo female. I was with her, we went to go meet up with her boyfriend at the headquarters who was the leader of the street team. And when we got there, he was arguing with some grown lady because the headquarters, we wasn't really supposed to be in the headquarters. Reading between the lines. So like the lady next door, we don't know what he was arguing with that grown. Like first and foremost, in my mind, why are you arguing with a lady? So not like trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just seeing him argue with a lady. I'm like, all right, I automatically think that you're in the wrong because like if we're not supposed to be at the headquarters legally, why are you arguing with somebody who actually owned a motherfucking apartment, house, home, whatever, next door to the headquarters we're not supposed to be at. Why are you arguing? So I'm like, does not compute. So I'm just like, automatically, I knew this nigga was in the wrong. So, but I'm like, let me hear him out. Let's see what's going on. He argued, he argued. I had to like stop him for putting. Then I had to stop this male who was dating my previous Virgo friend from putting his hands, domestic violence, on a civilian. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this don't make sense. Like, because she was making him mad. She was making him so mad that he wanted to put hands on her, and that was a whole scenario that I was aware of. And I was just like, yeah, let's not do this because we want to keep the headquarters. So fast forward, and it was so interesting because she had this hairstyle and vibe that was giving Cruella Deville character because she had like the black white scenario going on. So it was like with her hairstyle. So I'm just like, yeah, she don't. And then she was like a minority. I think she was like a Latino descent, and she was arguing back with him, and she kept talking about she was gonna call her nigga, and the whole time I'm evaluating this scenario, and I'm just like, this don't look like a good scenario to be in. First and foremost, we want to keep the headquarters. Second, you're arguing with a woman. This not even someone your age. This somebody way older than you. Then she talk about she gonna call her nigga. Like this stuff, and then long story short, I got him up out of there because it was not a good situation to be in. Me and my previous Virgo friend, we turned around. No, actually, she had to use the bathroom, so I allowed her to use the bathroom at a storefront somewhere. We had separated from the guys and her boyfriend, then who was a tourist nigga. Bitch, she went to go use that bathroom. The same moment she went to go use that bathroom, that woman's boyfriend started chasing that nigga with machetes. Now, why am I telling you the story? Because third party plus one extra one nigga that I never gave a fuck about, never really had a conversation with, was hanging out with that with the Virgo females. Nigga at the time who was a tourist, he was with them, and we, like I said, we was a part of a street team. So like, in my mind, we were part of a street team, and it's a nigga, is a man. Oh no, he's not a man, but he was even younger than this. I don't even know how we like even let that happen. But like, if you're a guy and you're running the street team organization, then I would just, I don't know, I just believe that, like, the guys would like run in the pack and defend each other and stuff like that. When I say that woman's boyfriend called so many niggas, I'm watching from the storefront, and all these niggas with machetes were coming, running, chasing him. Grown men was chasing after him with machetes. By the time we didn't met back up, trying to figure everything out and like make sure he wasn't harmed and shit, right? We like, where the other niggas that was with you? They left him. They left him. And the funny thing is, before we even got that answer, we already got the answer because I saw the other nigga that was with him, and then I asked the nigga, the plus one extra one nigga, like, where was you at? Like, you left him, like whatever the case may be. That nigga talking about, oh, I can't find him. I don't know where he's at. You left him. Like, all right, you left him. That's it. So I said all this to say, I ain't never trust that nigga because like if you a guy, you on a street team organization, and you dip off on the leader in such a troublesome time, there was immediate danger then, and you was nowhere to be found, and said the actual person you were supposed to be helping was nowhere to be found, but we know that to be a lie. I would never trust you. I would never trust you with my life. I would never trust you around me. That's so funny because I seen that Virgo ex God forgot my life. I saw that Virgo previous female friend's ex lover today because he saw me while I was getting stuff to like cook food and everything like that. He like, oh, what you cooking? What you cooking tonight? What you cooking for dinner? Whatever the case may be. I don't never be seeing this nigga. I see this nigga randomly all the time. The reason why it was funny that I seen him is because she broke up with him because he was in a street team organization also. And they only dated for like one day or a week or something like that. It was before I even was friends with her, and she told me the story. She said she was walking around with that nigga, and then a car with tinted windows started approaching, driving up, and the window started to wind down slowly, dramatically, and everything like that. This nigga didn't even look at her. He whispered to her from the side of his neck, was like, "Do you know how to run?" Before she can answer the question, this nigga Usain Bolt. I would never trust no one like that with my life. All you gotta do tell me one good story like that. I might give you the head nod. Yo, what's up? I will keep my conversation short with you. Now, would I ever put myself in these type of scenarios? No. But if it was ever a scenario where I want to be around men specifically, the male gender specifically, I want to make sure I'm protected. I'm a female. I saw this video the other day, and there's this guy. First of all, I don't even think his prank videos are funny because like the prank videos get more and more insensitive each time he makes them. Um, the video I saw was he did a prank on this couple who are running in the park. They were doing a workout session, getting their cardio up, and he pretended to like be transporting a dead body in the park, and like to make it seem like he just killed that person. Now he was like getting rid of the body, bitch. He was trying to prank them people who was just minding their own business. This couple who was just working out, doing cardio. He said, "Hey, this nigga put on a uniform, impersonated a park ranger. Said, hey, it's his first day on the job. He said he was gonna pay them to help him move some things. He didn't want to lose his job, just for them to see a dead body wrapped up, invisible. Like, and the out the couple, as soon as they seen the dead body, the female was in shock. Natural response for some people, especially women, like not knowing what to do in that situation for real. Her boyfriend, or whoever the fuck that nigga was to her, ran immediately. Didn't ask any questions, and honestly, that's a smart response. But like, he didn't turn back to see if the girlfriend ran with him. He didn't turn back to see if she was all right. Like, I can't deal with nobody like that. But at the same time, in that scenario of that prank video, that was a natural response. She should have known when she see if you're dating somebody and this nigga just start running out of nowhere, like run with that nigga. I don't know. Oh my gosh, if y'all boring me in the comment section, I'ma just get into the channel message. I'm not even gonna tell y'all no amazing story times, bitch. Like, I don't care. Like, I had a long day. I still have this stuff to do. I want to do my skincare routine. Like, and then today, the sun was orange, then it turned motherfucking red. I didn't even hear about no amazing transit. Every time like the moon is about to do something, all these videos of these astrologers pop up in my news feed, and they be like, "This moon is coming up," and it's usually like the week before or 2 weeks before, but usually the week before. They be like, "This new moon transit is gonna be this moon center." I ain't hear nothing about this sun turning red today. Like, bitch, I have a music video, by the way. What song is it? It's called "Good Vibe," and then my music video, you can go on Just As Time. That's my other YouTube platform, and then you can see I have the red sun moon. I don't really know what it was because it was like the same thing going on today. In my background, it's like an orangish reddish hue, but the sun today was red. I heard online that Canada is having wildfires or something like that. I mean, all right, LA. I didn't even know I didn't even know Canada be having wildfires. I really don't know what's going on, but what they said online, and there was only one online content that I seen saying something like that. So I don't know if it's true, but they said Canada was having wildfires. So like in certain parts of the United States of America, for the day, the air quality was very poor. I already had planned to do my cookout, so I said I don't really give a fuck. But like, it was fucked up because the air quality was bad. I was like, we can't get in the pool and do all the other fun stuff that I wanted us to do. But tomorrow's another day. I'ma still cook this food. And then like, if you ever travel to third world countries and you like, as soon as you get off the plane, it gets very humid. The air is very thick. That's what the air quality was giving today. And I looked at the Weather Channel and they said the air quality was going to be poo today, basically. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, third world countries. This is kind of like their air quality. So like, are they always living with bad air quality? Like what's going on? Like, think about it. Like, if the air quality, if like when the Weather Channel tells you the air quality is bad, the first thing I start thinking about is like allergies and stuff like that. It's like you're gonna be more allergy prone, basically, because the air quality is bad. But if third world countries always are in that condition of what is not normalized in the United States of America, of having bad air quality, but when you go to overseas, the air quality is basically that. Like, they're just living like that. Are they and that was just me. I would just assume having bad air quality then like doesn't really do anything damaging. But I'm just talking. Love, love. I'm hearing Tamar Braxton, Love and War. God forbid. So this parallel message. I can't even think of the like how the song goes. Mm 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 mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm hearing all your excuses. They don't add up. You don't deserve my love. You took me hard. You took me through it. Oh my gosh, and then the Kermit shit with Tamar Braxton and who was that? Chris Brown? Carter Kermit or something? Oh my gosh, bitch. Don't quote me. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Somebody got that scenario going on. But then me, my supporters scenario is with me all night. Love, love, with me all night. Woo! So, all right. Unrelated topic, but I guess related topic. Take the message how it resonates. Um, your enemy or op has these insecurity issues. Not surprised. And yeah, and then your love life is great. It's a lot of sex going on. All right. Maybe that's why like the energy is like me being tired. Like you might like have a lot of stuff to do, and then like you are also having an active sex life, and even though you're tired from like the day to day stuff, like you're also very happy with your sex life. So you know, I'm hearing future life is good. Anywho's, anything else I want to tell you about today? Alright, let's get into the channel message. God want me to talk to you guys about a 2D catcher message. Alright. So the theme is previously. You know, like when you watch TV shows and they be like previously. And then like they do a recap of like everything that's been going on, and then they bring you to the new episode. That is what God is doing for you right now in your life. Like maybe previous questions you had, prayers you were praying about, that you needed answered, it's like God was like, all right, remember this, that, and this person, and that person, this person, that person. You might not know who this person is. You might not know this person. You might know this person. You do know this person affiliated with this person. This is what's been going on previously. Now this is what's happening. Like that's basically what's going on. God is about to like doing your life. All right. So previously, all right. So previously, I'm gonna tell you how I met my previous ex lover who's a Virgo. When I met my ex lover, the Virgo that I used to be talking about a lot in my previous message, because I dated him 2 years ago, right? I met him before I dated him 2 years ago. I met him 3 or 4 years prior because he went looking for me. I don't know how that I can't tell you put words in his mouth as to how that transpired and happened. I just know I was minding my own business. This nigga took an interest into me. Long story short, so I told you guys previously, but I just reiterate. Long story short, when my previous ex lover, the Virgo, approached me, he was in the same career field as me, as in music, and he had been doing music for an extended period of time, longer than I professionally had been doing music at that time. So to me, I felt as though, oh, I'm being seen by people who've been doing the thing for a long time and who are um what's the right word? More notable, I guess, at the time. Very recognized for his achievements. So when somebody like that who's been doing it for an extended period of time, for almost a decade, bitch, at the time, and I had just been doing music professionally for how many years? Maybe like 5. So like I was, I'm just like proud of myself. I'm happy. Um, I'm like, all right. In my mind, I'm a networker with this nigga. So he invites me to a networking event with a celebrity, bitch. I'm not gonna tell you what celebrity, but like a notable celebrity. Um, and I got to do a music video cameo, and I'm forever thankful for that scenario situation. Did I meet the celebrity? No, I had got too tired, bitch. I got too tired. The celebrity wanted to be fashionably late. I said I'm going to fuck home. I had a nigga at the time. I said I'm about to go home, maybe get some dick, and then go to sleep, bitch. And then wake up and y'all tell me how the fuck that shit went. That was previously. After the event and the music video was done, that same Virgo that ended up being my ex lover. Now, at the event of the music video, he was acting some type of way. See, I didn't know him that good. It was just I knew him online, social media. I don't know him like that, but he invited me to that event, so I don't really know his personality then. So the whole time we at the event, I'm like, this nigga acting weird. Like, what the fuck? Like, he was like turning me off. Like, I was like, I was not feeling him. Like, this is before I dated him. Like, so I don't understand how that even happened because like when I met him, I was just like, ew. But no shade. I was like, ew. Like, just ill. Like, ew. The nigga. Just know, I was just like, ill when it came to that Virgo ex lover. I was not looking him that way. I had a nigga at the time. I was definitely not looking his way in no romantic way. I wasn't like thinking he was attractive or not attractive. I didn't think nothing of him. But the way he was acting, personality, characteristic wise, was turning me off. Like, ew. So I already had. I was thankful for the opportunity, but like him as a person, I'm like something. My discernment was like something not all the way right with him. few weeks go by previously after the event. The nigga uploaded a picture on social media. The nigga uploaded a picture of him doing candle work. You're talking like, I'm somebody who, in my adolescence, used to watch hundreds of conspiracy videos about music videos and celebrities and stuff like that. So like, when y'all be watching music videos, I can't speak for everybody, but when y'all be watching music videos and you be seeing them and they be in the room with all them candles and you be like, oh, the ambiance, this is cute, this is nice. No, I be thinking other shit. And I literally studied the music industry before even though music is my passion, always has been since the age of 6 and before that, and I always wanted to be a musician. I had to research the music industry before I'm like, all right, I'm gonna professionally do this shit, because the shit I knew just based off conspiracy videos and other stuff, research I was doing, I had to really mentally be like, does I really want to do this shit? Because some people, they get into the music industry and they don't know what the fuck be going on. So I had to really act like, do I want to do this shit? So I saw this nigga who invited me to a networking event right after, upload a picture of him doing candle work. Now, when I saw the picture of him doing candle work, it's like, I'm not no hater, like, no funny shit, because I'm foreign, so I know people be doing candle work. But when that particular picture, I seen it, and like in my spirit, my discernment was like, something is not right. I don't like this shit. Leave. Like, I'm about to block that. I'm about to block this nigga. Anybody who know me, like, I'll be blocking people on social media, and I does not give a fuck. I don't ask no questions. And my discernment, like, block this person, I'll block them. You say something stupid to me, I don't like, I'll block you. I really don't care. So I saw the video, I was about to block him, but I'm like, he just gave me this amazing opportunity. That'd be really rude for me to block him, but like, in regards to my personal morals and beliefs, I'm like, I should block him. In the back of the picture where he was doing candle work, there was car tires. No car tires. I said, something is not right about this photo that he uploaded. I'm like, something's not right. And I knew the picture, this is before American Heritage Society, by the way. I knew the picture was tied to the spell work that he did. So I'm just like, I don't know what spell work he did, but I'm like, it's not good. I'm like, it's not good. I don't know why he took this picture. I'm like, I asked my biological sibling, so I'm like, time. I'm like, yo, I'm about to be tripping or doing too much. What do you think? Because I'm talking about the nigga spell work picture, bitch. That shit probably still uploaded. Anywho's. So he had a picture of the car tires in the background. He's doing candle work. I'm about to block him. I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm being, what's the word? Like, I don't want to feel like I'm being the bitch in this situation, basically. So I'm like, let me ask my biological sister, who's an Aquarius at the time, who knew him longer than I have known him. I'm like, hey, this person just uploaded a picture. I don't feel too good about it. I want to block him. She looked at it. She like, seems about right. She like, go ahead. I'm like, all right. So I blocked him. I ain't speak to that nigga for 2 or 3 years. Like 3 years. I ain't speak to that nigga for 3 years because I hadn't blocked. I didn't unblock him for 3 years because he posted a picture of him doing candle work. Because my spirit told me something wasn't right. After I blocked him, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not saying he's the reason, but what I'm saying is, after I blocked him, certain events took place that was not right. Mind you, I'm not peeping none of this shit till after the fact. I'm just thinking life is just lifing because I was of the world. I wasn't really like in tune with all the spiritual shit. So like, he was a, anywho's. I'm gonna tell you, life was getting bad. Like, after I had blocked him, this is what I'll say what happened. There was a projection of me not. There was a projection of me. Not, somebody didn't want me to have money. Somebody wanted me to be broke. Not only did somebody want me to be broke, somebody for 3 years, bitch. Somebody wanted me to be broke. Somebody wanted to put me in harm's way. Somebody wanted to, like, you know what happened within them 3 years, bitch? Do you know what happened within them 3 years, bitch? Niggas didn't want me to have money. I was living off of $20 a week, bitch. I was living off of $20 a week for like almost 3 years. How innovative I got within that time. How many hustles, how many, like, as a parent, how to figure that shit out. $20 a week. How to put my child before myself every fucking time. Niggas tried to make it seem like I was going crazy. How to get mentally evaluated, and niggas was like, "Why did you bring her here? She's completely sane." Kidnapping attempt on my life twice. They brought me the fuck back home. All glory be to God. God bless my biological sibling who's a Leo. Someone almost someone almost tried to take my life because of somebody else. Like, previously, all this shit was going on for 3 years. After I blocked this nigga, I'm not even correlating this shit, right? I finally unblocked that nigga. But before we get into that, let's talk about something. Let's talk about the whole, alright. Previously, there's something that scared you at first, but you had to change your perspective on the situation. It could be something that you saw online. It could be something that you saw online or something like that, right? There's something about a Virgo ex-lover, candle work. All you need to know is that candle work that person did it all right. We're going to talk about why the person did the candle work. This could be an ex-lover of yours. It could be a Virgo. It could be a single mother. Or it could be somebody affiliated with a church. It could be a mother figure who's not your biological parent or doesn't have kids. This person that you no longer deal with, or people, this is how it resonates for you. This some way, somehow, you were. Oh, they keep reconnecting the message because I'm telling the truth. I promise you. They didn't want you to hear it, but you're gonna hear it. A Virgo, a church, a single mother, a mother figure who's not your biological parent. Take me how it resonates for you. This person or people could have been doing candle work, alright? Some way, somehow, you were involved in regards to their candle work. Whatever divination spell they then did. Alright? Candle work. Fire. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone wanted you to be a part of their business. Or somebody wanted to know your business. Or involve you in some sort of way. This could be in regards to the entertainment industry. This could be in regards to you being an entertainer. Or this could be in regards to a parenting situation, whether they're your biological parent, you're somebody's biological parent, a parent figure of some sort, whether they have children or they don't. Somebody could do candle work to get you pregnant, bitch. Somebody could do candle work to involve yourself, do a binding spell so you can do business with them. Take the message how it resonates for you. Alright? Parenting, in regards to zodiac embodiment, has to do with the zodiac and embodiment of Sagittarius. Sagittarius embodiment also has to do with travel. So somebody could have did candle work on you for one intent, but either back to sender, reversal, or they didn't do it right. So, like, they low-key kind of tried to put you in harm's way. Because overall, the intent of this person who did this candle work wasn't for the right reasons. So, when you don't do shit for the right reasons, you could have asked your biological sister or a sister-in-law for some advice about something about another person and a business endeavor or co-parenting or possibly something about that, something that you seen something that scared you, bitch, or you went through experience something that scared you, but and you could have went through this scenario situation online, like people actually seen you experiencing what you was experiencing, and it could have scared you or made you feel some type of way in a negative connotation at first, but then you learn from the situation. Your destiny is a gift. That's all I'm gonna say. Your gifts are your destiny. That's all I'm gonna say. All you need to know, there's a Sagittarius receiving karma right now, or this person who did candle work on you with bad intent. Something about a sister-in-law is very significant. All right. When that back to sender in that reversal did what it had to do in regards to that candle work they try to do to bind you to some, either a business or idea or to get in your business, be nosy, wherever the fuck. Take the message how it resonates for you. They could have gotten into an accident, or they could have conceived a child with somebody they were not supposed to have a child with, for real. So a broken home, basically. This person could have asked somebody, like their sister-in-law or a sister figure or their biological sister, how they could get you in their good graces so that you would want to do something for them, and they like, oh, just do candle work. The back to sender could have also been experienced by this person. They asked for advice and gave them bad advice also. So you could have been experiencing like this. We talked about this in the previous message. Basically, there is somebody who had bad intent for you, basically, or if it wasn't bad intent, like it basically was bad intent. Like it's like because they wanted you to do something that you wouldn't want to do out of your own free will. So they tried to force the scenario through manipulation. So you could have been receiving somebody like you could have been receiving residual bad karma from someone who was receiving bad karma because you were affiliated with them in some sort of way or because of some spell work somebody had did that you knew nothing about. Somebody could have tried to irrelevant, don't look here, but no, I'm gonna say it. Somebody previously wanted you to not have money, to lack in finances because maybe you have self-esteem, maybe like they knew if they would approach you, you would not want to date them, be sexually active with them. So they try to do spell work to make you want to do it. But what the spell work did, like, it's like basically what this person tried to do based on their intent is like, oh my gosh, I want to be sexually active with this person, or I want to date this person so I could be sexually active with them. So I'm gonna do spell work on them because they're not a whore, they're not a hoe, so they're not gonna want to deal with me. So I'm gonna do spell work. Basically, their intention was to make you a whore or a hoe through some sort of divination. That's not love work. That's not a love spell. Not with that type of intent. So basically, at that point, it's witchcraft, and that's why that shit was so fucking bad. So if your love life was wonky as fuck at some point in time and you perceive yourself in a certain type of way or in regards to your standards and stuff like that, somebody could have been doing candle work on you because they want to demean your character indirectly. That could, like, honest to God, it probably wasn't the intent for this person to be like, oh my gosh, somebody wasn't going around doing a candle work spell. Like, I want this person to be a whore. They was not doing that. They was like, I just want this person to have sex with me. And then, but the way that the way that you view this person, you would believe in your mind you would have to be a whore to deal with that person because like they're not part of your standards or morals or something like that. It's like you and this person have two different morals. So like in your mind, you think this person will only deal with whores. So their intention of wanting to be sexually active with you and doing candle work with that intent was to you understand what I'm saying? So it's like that's just like anywho's previously I gotta say it's a specific way. I got tired of my ops. Something about a sister or a sister-in-law who left a situation early. There's something like, all right, you might know someone or know of somebody who it's not necessarily that their discernment is good. It could be good, but like people who I keep hearing this thing online. People say when you're going out to events and stuff like that, leave before like the devil enters the event. Meaning like you start seeing certain scenarios take place when you're out and about. Don't stay there to see what's going on. You know, like growing up, especially in urban environments, um, when females start fighting and stuff like that, God forbid my life. A lot of people crowd around and want to see the females fighting and stuff like that. But like in urban events, like it's still the same thing with guys. Like well, back in the day, because they be having pew pews and stuff. God forbid my life. Now, when guys would be fighting, like when the females used to be fighting and stuff like that back in the day, like I might stick around and watch and stuff like that, but I was never that type of person to really want to see what's going on because I'm like anything can happen. But like when the guys would be fighting, I would immediately leave because like you never know what the fuck will go on, especially in urban environments. Anywho's, should take a shower, bath. Anywho, I want that hot dog. Anywho's, so yeah, so like knowing, being aware of your surroundings, basically, you might know somebody who doesn't know their gift of discernment. Like you ever meet somebody and then you realize they have like these good social cues, like a person knows how long to stay somewhere, not to stay somewhere past a certain amount of hours, how long to talk to somebody, how long not to talk to somebody. It's a scenario where you could have viewed somebody who was doing something like that, and you took heed to the scenario situation. There's a prophecy and prediction. There's gonna be a scenario where, let's say for example, hypothetically, you're at an event somewhere, you're with a group of people or something, and one person out the group was like, "All right, I'm leaving. See you guys later." That's gonna be like God, like yeah, that's your cue. That's your cue. Just fall on. I remember when I was previously dating the Virgo 2 years ago. He had invited me to this event, and the whole time when he invited me to the event, I was going there to be supportive, but like whole time my mom, because I was dating him at the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, after the event we're gonna have good quality time together, we're gonna boola this and that. So that was my intention the whole time. But the whole time at the event, he outsourced so many different people out of state and all types of shit, and they were like, let me not say that, but like he outsourced all these different type of people for the event, and like they were leaving early. They were leaving so freaking early. Like I just kept seeing people leave. I just kept seeing people leave one after another, one after another. The whole time in my mind, I'm like, I'm trying to stay to the end. No, by the end of, by like I stayed to the end, and like I ended up getting so mad and belligerent, and it was like a whole thing because he had did something I ain't like. But I was like, if I would have just left like everybody else would have left, I wouldn't have been so upset and acting belligerent and everything like that. And I'm just like social cues. God was showing me the whole time. You see all these people leaving early. You're supposed to leave early with them. Also, you're not supposed to stay. But ironically, dang, that shit look good right now. But I'm gonna give me another drink. I don't know where that centipede went. Like, ew. But usually, but if I'm not mistaken, centipedes is good luck. So, how much more luck if I squash them? Because that's. Mm. Anywho's, God just wants you to use your discernment in a scenario situation where you're out and about. God's gonna give in regards to social cues, understanding the social cues, how long to stay somewhere, how if you get a bad feeling about something, about going somewhere, meeting up with people, trust your intuition because it's never going to steer you in the wrong direction. Like, don't feel like you're going to be missing out and stuff like that. If your discernment tells you, hey, I don't think it's a good idea for me to go to this place, you can explain it as indescribable, just listen. Because it was a scenario like that happened like that previously in the year 2021. And it was so interesting because, like, it was like I had peeped something and I was like, I didn't understand that I had peeped something that somebody had said. And then after that, my Aquarius biological sibling was like, hey, let's go do this. Let's go have fun. Let's go turn up. Yeah, like invite this person, invite this person, invite this person. Made a whole thing of it. Was never my idea. And I really didn't care to go, but I also didn't want to disappoint previously. So by the time everybody was ready to go do what we had to do, that same person who came up with the idea to go hang out and made the plans and invited all these people, they didn't no heads up, no fair warning, no pun intended, God forbid. This same person who made the event, the idea, invited all these people, the last minute, like literally like 2 minutes before we was about to go to the event, they're like, oh yeah, I'm about to go do something else. Bye. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's it. In that exact moment, I was like, something is wrong. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing whatever this like because the person who planned the event last minute without warning dipped off and did not want to go. In that moment, I'm like, something is wrong. I told somebody to, don't go, like, don't come out with us to this event because, like, I just got a feeling. And I was right. I was right. I was supposed to go link with randomly that same day when I went to the event. This ex lover of mine, another Virgo bitch. I don't claim that nigga, but like this other Virgo, not my ex, but it was like an ex lover. Like I probably like linked him like 3 times in my whole life, but like this particular Virgo is interesting. The reason why Virgo male lover, this previous Virgo male lover is interesting is because like I feel like I was like a sexual conquest for him, and he knew that he didn't sexually please me and wasn't like a top 3 contender or nothing like that, and it bothered him. So like he would keep trying. At first, it was cute because we really did try. Like at first, I didn't like him. That's another indication. If you meet somebody, I don't. All right, let me chill. Let me chill because everybody's situations are different. When I first met him, I didn't like him. Like literally legit, but it was like it wasn't like a oh I don't like him or I don't know something about him. Like I legit couldn't stand this nigga. And then I got bored one day and we tried sexual intercourse, and it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. And he knew that, and so he had this obsession because of wanting to sexually please me. God, please, I continue that type of energy in my life because like I think I need to always feel like he needed sexually, you know, please me. Anywho, not that exact, but like that mentality. Not that exact, not like that exact male ex lover that Virgo, not like that, but like the mentality of a man wanting to sexually please me and having an obsession about that. That's fine. That's fine with me. Um, that nigga, I was supposed to go see him that day. I went out to the event that I wasn't supposed to go to the event, and I remember hearing him like it was like he was doing something else, but like it sounded like he was doing something else. Like how I explain? Like he was doing his hair while we was having a conversation about on the phone previously about how I was gonna go see him. He wanted me to go see him. And I told him, I might go see him after the fact. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm about to go get sexually pleasured. So I'm just like, it's nothing special, or the case may be, not like, not like that, because I didn't really care for his, I didn't really care for his sex. Anywho's, but I wanted to be pleasured that day, so I was like, all right, he offering, so shit. So he was doing his hair while I was talking to him, but while he was doing his hair, it sounded like he was doing something else in a negative connotation. And I was like, because I was still out at the event, and and it actually foreshadowed what the fuck happened. And I was just like, so I was very suspicious of him after the fact, but neither here or there. Oh my gosh. I just realized something. All right. All right. That same day of the event, it was me, a Sagittarius, a Leo, and a Cancer zodiac sign. The Cancer was an abusive nigga. The Cancer zodiac was an abusive nigga, and he was driving the vehicle at the time. Well, I have learned because like now I understand the spiritual like car dreams. Just to reiterate, in the dream state, you need to be driving your own vehicle because in the dream state, if somebody else is driving you in a vehicle, that means they're trying to control, manipulate your career, your home life, or your spiritual life. So, what I understood about in all the physicality of things, I don't know what physics got to do anything. The physicality of things, right? In real life, not the dream state. You don't just get in anybody's car. You don't let anybody just drive you around because you don't know what the fuck they got going on with them in their life. One, two, in their spiritual life also. So like there's somebody right now that I know like, it's this guy I don't fuck with who's a Taurus. I just been talking to God about it. I'm like, God, please do not put me in a scenario where this nigga tries to like drive me around anywhere because like I'm not doing it. I'd rather call Uber. I'd rather fucking walk at that point because I know nothing good could come out of it. No shade. I like there's certain scenarios where I'll be like, you know what, I'll accept it just this one time or so. I'm not doing it because I will not put my life at risk or in danger, knowing that I'm not supposed to be in somebody's vehicle. God forbid. So, anywho's, so yes, there was somebody who was not supposed to be driving the vehicle. It was so interesting because that person had just got their car. This guy had just got his car, and yeah, so and he was very controlling and manipulative. Now, the Leo was in the Zodiac was the passenger in the car while the cancer was driving previously, and we know in the dream state the passenger driver is the person who observes what is happening to the driver or what they're about to do. Me and the Sagittarius, my bro, was in the back seat. In the back seat of a car in a vehicle in a dream state means behind the scenes. That means you see something ahead of time that somebody's trying to be controlling, manipulative in your life. You also see the passenger driver. The passenger driver is very significant for behind the scenes, back seat, in the dream state. If you ever see yourself in the back seat of a vehicle in the dream state and you see somebody in the passenger seat, that means behind the scenes you already see what the fuck going on. You already know what the fuck is going on. The person in the passenger seat is about to figure out what the fuck is about to go on. And whatever the person who's trying to control, manipulate a situation in the scenario, they're literally going to see basically that plan not coming to fruition. Like, this is like taking a back seat and watching somebody's karma play out. Behind the scenes, like, if you're not in the driver's seat in the dream, like the back seat is also dependent if you're in the passenger side or the driver's seat side. It's very interesting. Was gonna go back to an ex lover, but no, divine intervention. Like, you and bro see what's going on. You might got a bro. This could be a biological brother. This could be like your bro, your homie, something like that. You can see a scenario going on, and this could have something to do with a couple that's not supposed to be together, like a toxic couple or something like that. This could have been you. You could have been in a previous relationship with somebody that you were not supposed to be with. The red flags was there, no six flags, bitch. The yeah. That's why them social cues. That's what we were talking about earlier. Very significant. You could have seen. You could have had a toxic relationship previously, so you know the red flags. You know the social cues, when to stay, when to leave, this and the third. And then you're gonna see somebody else going through. And now this person, I don't want to say like that, but somebody could have like did you something directly, or indirectly. So then they ended up in a toxic relationship, and you just got out of your toxic relationship not too long ago. So you know the red flags, you know the social cues. So like you're seeing this person going through whatever they're going through, and it is karma. But like you about to see a whole situation play out. God just wants you to use your discernment. Now, I wrote in my notes. There's two different scenarios going on, two parallel messages. I'm gonna start with, all right, now, in regards to me and my supporters, your eighth house and the zodiacs and embodiments of Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius is very significant. So, eighth house is in regards to reincarnation, abundance, in regards to your inheritance, in regards to, yeah. It, eighth house rules a lot of other shit too. But like, usually I like to speak of it in regards to inheritance and stuff like that. Um, taking what you need from, it's not really taking what you need, it's really like what God blesses you with in this life. You might have an eighth house in Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, and or Sagittarius. Very significant. You're going to inherit something from a father figure. Very significant. There is going to be some sort of judgment. This is a whether you're going to place judgment on someone or God's going to place judgment on someone. This is a prediction. This is in regards to your career, And somehow that has something to do with a father figure, a parent. This could be a father figure you get married to. You can gain an inheritance through marriage. You can gain an inheritance from a married person. You can gain an inheritance through the judicial system. This could be a baby mama, baby daddy situation also. Take the message how it resonates for you. But God also wants to make it apparent of this parallel message. Something in regards to your fourth house, a Virgo and a Scorpio, there's a question mark here. Fourth house has to do with your mother's side of the family, a Virgo. This could be a single mom. This could be a mother figure, whether biological or not having kids. Um, this could have something to do with a church. Scorpio has to do with a group of men, a fraternity, a cult group. This could be your mother or your mother's side of the family in a church led by a group of men. This is very significant. I just had a dream like a week or two ago, and I told y'all about it. About basically, I saw like this church I used to be a part of, and I saw the church leader's wife, and she was following behind me at night. Scorpio reference. And the rest of the church members was like following behind her, but they was like so far away at a distance, and we were walking uphill. So it was like I I was gaining justice in the situation, and then like it could be like a woman of God. Very favorite. It could be a woman of God that ironically I don't want to necessarily say look up to you in a situation. They see something that you're doing and they like what you're doing because of the results is giving you, and they just happen to be a woman of God, and they're gonna follow in some sort of footsteps with you to gain justice. But like it was so ironic because like I was going uphill, there were these two vehicles, Sagittarius. It was these two parked vehicles. They were parked these two different ways. One like one is like they were parallel parked, both the cars. There was a truck going downhill towards actually the direction of the church members. Then there was another car that was parallel parked in a certain type of way. There's only certain type of places that allow you to parallel park like that. Usually like public shopping centers, near government buildings and stuff like that. I saw the woman of God's younger brother get into the vehicle. Well, he tried to get into a vehicle, and then he kind of disappeared. And then the truck that was going downhill towards the other church members that was like far as fuck and at a distance. Like they couldn't keep up or something like that. I don't know. But like it was this word that kind of like humongous on the truck, but it didn't say humongous. It's like I don't know what that has to do with. I don't know if it's like a channel message within a channel message. You'll see something, you know, like how I don't know. Like when I was younger, like I had this woman of God that we used to go on field trips with from the church. It was a different church, and we used to play the nameplate game, like the car the light. Excuse me, the car plates in the front and back of the car. We used to like with the numbers and letters. We used to like come up with words based on it and stuff like that. Like I don't know. You might. It's just like you know how people be like, oh, I saw 333 and I saw this word and let me know channel messages. Something like that might be going on. So like the woman of God saw the humongous word translated channel message on the truck, and she was like, human trafficking. Yo, when I say I woke up from the dream, I was so fucking mad because it's just like first and foremost, I didn't ask to dream about you. Second of all, why the fuck did you in my dream talk about human trafficking? Fuck out of here. But it was funny though, like because she was like human trafficking. She said it's like we had both like stopped to see what the fuck the truck had said, and then we realized it was a suspicious truck, and then she was just like human trafficking, and she was like, if someone tried to human traffic me, she's like, I'm gonna beat them the fuck up. So I don't know. God forbid any kidnapping. Oh my gosh, that's what that was about. Something had happened recently, so not to me, bitch. Not necessarily. It was some good alchemy though. But why am I like? They're not even related. Like, so how am I even dreaming about? Anyways, somebody, somebody wants your help to make somebody else do something, or have you figure out something for them. But they don't want you to know that that's what they want you to do. Like, it's just like somebody wants you to use your spiritual gifts to help you, to help them figure some shit out for them without them having to ask you. Do you know what kind of business this is? Anywho, so I was talking about. All right, God, we just gonna ask about the fourth house, Virgo and Scorpio that we just mentioned. I'm gonna just do this and get off this message because like somebody didn't somebody didn't want to pay you for your service, especially if you like a spiritualist in some sort of way. You have spiritual services. Somebody wanted to force you to help them do divination or get some sort of answer from you, like as if you're a practitioner. They didn't want to compensate you for it. Now they're losing money. The card came back out after I shuffled it just once. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's very straightforward to the point. We just said all that just to get to this. Second of all, I'm gonna show you my notebook if you can see it. Because obviously it's significant. It's something somebody has to see. Alright, that's a message.